everybody. Hope you're doing well. Today I'm just going to go over how to actually submit your digital floor plans and your design board, as well as going over your presentation. So just kind of watch what you need and then come back to this video as you're ready for it. So the first piece is looking at your floor plan, so how to actually submit your digital floor plan. So if we're looking, going back to your room, so this is my little sample one. Clearly it's not complete, right? It's just something I've been working on and messing around with. But how to do this, the first one on here is it's telling you take the entire floor plan 2D view from above. So that's just this whole thing right here, and I want to take and move my, what do you call it? I want to move my camera out of the way so I'm not, it's just not in the way for it. So, and then you're just going to do a screenshot. And again, obviously once you're done with the whole thing. And then do it like this. Don't try to do the thumbnail also. You just want the big full thing here so it'll show up larger later. If I'm doing my little screenshot, you have to do screen capture. My computer does it differently than you. And then I'm just going to paste it. And I just paste it right in there. And then there's my 2D view of the whole thing. And then next it says it's going to do a view showing 2 walls in the bedroom. So this is where I'm going to, oops, I got to remember to bring my, won't let me click on my camera now. There we go. So now I click on my camera, and this is where I think it's helpful. I'm going to turn it first, and then I'm going to put it here, and then pay attention to like what it's showing. I want it to show this wall and this wall. You can see it kind of is. And then you click on the take a 3D photo, save your 3D room at the same time. And then I want you to go to your email. You can go to your 3D room page that lets you. I think it works nicely to go to your email. See how I don't have any scenery here? This doesn't, it's not ready yet, if that makes sense. So once it's ready, I want to see my pictures. I don't usually do it from this direction though. So let me see if I can go to a different one. Nope, I clearly was messing around with lots of stuff, huh? Oh, I can go to my dashboard. So there I can find my actual pictures, right? So you can see I have this. If I just want to view it, I'm just going to click on it that way. And see how it says the like outdoor dining, and I have like the little things here. If I can cut those off, that's great. And I kind of can on here. There's really not much else for it to see. But I'm just going to do my screenshot again. And I'm going to kind of just go like, oops, I got that one in there. So you can kind of see my room. Looks good still, but I'm not wanting my other stuff on it. I would mess with that and get it fatter. But now that's me putting in those walls, and this is properly done because I can see the scenery in the background. Okay. I also have my lights all lit up. I don't have something from the top, which normally I would do. Okay, and then I would go back, and then I'm going to change it, put it in this corner, and then move it like this until I have it kind of where I want it, showing the other 2 walls. So making sure I can see everything from those walls that I want to see. Okay, I'm going to turn a little bit back. And sometimes there's stuff in the way. If that's the case, like there's a little bit this in the way, but I don't have anything on the floor, so it's not a big deal. But again, I would take my 3D photo, I'd save it, and then I'm not going to go back because it's not going to be ready yet. But I can plop that up. I can plop this up. And then again, I do my screenshot, right? And then this one, I'm just going to go like this. And then I put the second, and then it looks like that. See how it doesn't look as good though? I'm not having any lighting differences. There isn't light coming through differently. That's just off. So remember, make sure you're doing it the other way. But I can see everything really well. Okay, then you're just going to do the same in your bathroom. I did have someone ask me once, they were doing had like a shower, but they wanted to take a good picture of like the other two walls. The shower was like totally in the way. If you need to, take your shower out, put your like thing where it needs to go, take the pictures of your two walls and put it back in. It's totally fine. Because I'm not gonna know it. We want a good view of the other stuff. Okay, but that's just how you do that. Your closet, you're just gonna take your camera and put it in like the doorway, and you can see the whole thing. You only need one picture, right? I don't have anything in my closet, so it's boring. Okay, so once you get all of those in, get your closet view, and then you're just gonna hit submit on your on the what do you call it? On Schoology when you're on there. Okay, so that's your owner's suite. So that's the copies of those people. I'm gonna erase this so I have a blank one. Okay, and then your digital. Oh, I think I erased the whole wrong thing. You also will do the same thing with your design plan. So if you have your wrong thing. Oh, sorry now. It's just low today. So your design board is what we're wanting. So I click on the design board. I'm going to open my design board submissions. Again, I'm going to make a copy so I don't mess anything up on yours. And then you go to your Canva site. I have this one up that I just kind of whipped up really fast. Yours should be definitely more detailed. But notice I have the living room. I have my traditional design style labeled. I would mess with this more, right? I think it's kind of in the way. I think the design style part's too big. So I would like make that smaller so it's not overpowering the living room. You know, mess around with everything. And I would need way more pieces of stuff in here. But this is still what I'd be taking a screenshot of. So again, you're just going to screenshot this, do just that piece, and then I'm going to plop it in here. This is my first one of my bedroom. Reminder, a lot of times you need more than one to have everything in here that should be in there. Usually you just can't fit one. Okay, I just plopped these in real quick. Obviously you'd have way more on here. But again, I'm going to do a screenshot. Plop it in there. And then I'm just going to put that one in too. Okay, that one looks a little odd for some reason, but I get that in. Okay? And then you do the same. You probably need at least 2 for your bathroom. 1 for your closet is usually fine for working with that on your Canva site. Okay? And then that's it. That's how you, and then you just submit those once you get all of those pieces on also. Okay? And then the last piece to go over is your presentation. So again, those of you online, you don't actually have to do this presentation. It's just filling it out. Those in person, you need to do the presentation, and we go over that more in class. So looking at the Owner's Suite project, I have the instructions about what you're going to be filling in. And I think that's what's nice about it is when you're doing those screenshots to submit your other stuff, you also will be putting them here. So reminder, here's your 2D. So reminder, that's this right here is your 2D. Again, do a screenshot. So I'll just model this one time. So I'm doing my little screenshot, and then I can just paste it in here. Okay, clearly I need to shrink it, right? But that's just I can go right there. And then I fill in my design styles. Like maybe mine is transitional design style. Okay, you're not going to be able to tell that from this view, but it's something I just want in my brain as we're going, what your overall design styles are. How it fits that style. And this is where you got to go back. Look back at your notes and back up the information from previously. So I have them all labeled. So this is house styles. That's not what it is. We go down to start design styles. So that's where we'd have start design styles is on that Tuesday. And so we have the design style notes that you can look back at. Reminder, we have like Art Deco, the arts and crafts, Asian, coastal, contemporary, country, English country, French, Mediterranean, mid-century, modern, Moroccan, shabby chic, traditional, transitional. Transitional is super common. If you're like, I'm not sure what it is, more than likely it's transitional, especially from a lot of the magazine pictures that we're doing. Okay, so but just look back at that, and then you kind of keep going. Also, briefly explain the arrangement of your furniture. So this is going to be like, why did you put your furniture where you put your furniture? So like for me, I can just say I put my bed on the wall that didn't have any windows or doors. And then I wanted to put end tables so that each person had somewhere to set stuff and put beverages. I wanted my rug to look nice underneath it so you could step out on it. I had a dresser here for extra clothes in between the doors. Like all those things. You just type about that, about what you're doing. And then this is where you have your 3D views. So like remember your 3D views that you took before? You can just go back to those and then you paste them in there also. From here, this is where I usually have to take more points off, is what are the two elements you used and how did you actually use them? So this is saying, like if I went back to, this would be with your 3D photo, but if I talk about this, I could say something about, is my design like more feminine or masculine? And I could call it more masculine, a little bit from this picture, right? So I could say, I have more like straight lines with my furniture, with my design, and I'd have to explain what is that. And if I say I have a masculine form, I have to explain that straight lines, the boxes, the squares, the rectangles, right? If I'm having feminine form, I would be explaining all the like circles and ovals and all of those pieces. Okay, but remember your elements are like your lines, your form, your texture. It's also color, but I don't want you to talk about color because we talk about that separately later. Okay, your principles of design, look back at them again. I'm not going over each one, but your principles are your like proportion, scale, all the different types of rhythm, like the repetition and the gradation, radiation, the balance, which is important. Is it the symmetrical, the asymmetrical balance? So just kind of all of those different pieces. But you're going to talk about them, how you use them, and what are they? Same thing, your bathroom, you're going to put your 3D pictures of your bathroom, and then you're going to put your same thing with the closet, but your closet you only need one of each. Okay, but your design board and materials, this is where you're going back to this. So you go back to all your design board pieces, you copy them and paste them in there. So do your screenshot, paste them in, and then you're going over a little more of your other stuff with that. Bathroom, you go over a little bit more because there's more like faucets, lighting, showers, that kind of stuff. And then physical materials board. Those of you in person, this is a requirement. The physical materials board you need to do in class with me. If you're online, you do not need to do this physical materials board. So just go ahead, the online people can go ahead and delete that slide. Okay, and then the last piece is the highlights of your design. You just answer these questions underneath them, and you're good. Okay, please let me know if anybody has any questions. You can email me, or those in person, talk to me in class, or when we're doing Zoom meetings for those online. Have a great day.